What's going on, everybody? We've got a Praetorium twofer. We've got Team 1 versus Team 2. Going through the daily roulettes, popped in. Team 1 figured everything was going to be okay at the initial start. We didn't get very far into it when we found out that Team 1 had a healer that was really distracted. Not sure if they were distracted with real life or they just decided that they didn't want to heal. Really not quite sure. So we lined up Team 1 and Team 2. We put them alongside each other. We're going to show how the difference goes when people actually do their job somewhat the way that it's designed. It's not that hard to go through these dungeons and heal. Now, you may turn around and say, I've watched your live streams. You don't play healer when you're doing regular dungeons. That is correct. I do not play the healer when I go through a standard regular dungeon. I do play healer in alliance raids, regular raids, and the daily MSQ. MSQ, I will bebop around and do different things, healer or tank, sometimes DPS, but DPS queues are so long that usually either on a healer or a tank. Healer privilege usually wins out because, well, you click healer, you click a dungeon, and within a minute or two, you're doing something. Tank, sometimes about 5 minutes, it really depends. DPS, you sit around 20 minutes. I don't have time for that. I got a lot of stuff to do on stream. We're achievement hunting. So in the process of achievement hunting, sitting, waiting 20 minutes for a dungeon on the daily roulette is just not in the cards. Yes, there's a lot to do between then while you're waiting, but no, we'll get in the dungeons, get the dailies done, and then move on with the rest of the stream. This was kind of funny. I was really hesitant to hit that MSQ the second time. When I saw Praetorium pop up, I had a bad feeling the second time around. When I saw everybody had glowies, that really made me confident that the second run was going to be a lot smoother. As you can see between the time frames, what's going on? You watch the health bar on Team 1. I'm not a healer that likes seeing the health bars down. This would absolutely drive me bonkers. I would be panic healing left and right. Nope, the tank dies. Really? The one job that you're trying to keep alive so that everybody else can do their job, you let fall down. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like I said, could be something in real life. This could be their first time running a healer. Who knows? If it's your first time running a heal, don't worry about DPS. Worry about keeping your dudes alive. My favorite buttons as a healer, AoE heals. Why? Because it gets everybody. It may be a little bit more expensive, but it gets everybody. I will try and keep an AoE heal over time on the party. Why? Because I don't like dying. I've played EverQuest for years, over 10 years. I've played this game for almost 2 years. Not a fan of floor inspections. So, why do I play a healer? Yes, I do a lot of floor inspections as a healer, but at the same time, I try and make sure that my party stays full health. I've been yelled at for healing too much. Thought that was kind of funny. So here we go. Already died a couple of times on Team 1. Team 2 is waiting to catch up to where Team 1 is because Team 2 is so far ahead. Yes, couple of little botch ups will add so much time to the dungeon run. I understand mistakes. I see mistakes. I make mistakes. I am a horrible gamer. I am not a professional by any means. I try my best. We try and get through things. We try and do what we can. All we can do is try. Get you guys to hit that subscribe button. Come on to live streams. We've got some goals that we're trying to cover on Twitch and Kick. Trying to get people talking. Not quite sure how to get people talking while I'm trying to focus on a dungeon. I'm not one to just sit there and randomly blab about things. Then again, what I think is interesting, other people may not think is interesting. Yes, we're trying to get a community of like-minded people around here, but I'm at a loss as to what to do to get the like-minded people to be seen. When the video only goes out to a few people, not a whole lot of people know I'm even around. So we keep making the videos. We're live streaming to document the progress through this game. There's VODs on the page. You can go back and watch all the different live streams. see the progress, laugh at the live streams. I mean, they're long, so I don't blame people for not wanting to sit down for a few hours and watch some dude run through the game. I completely understand that. I'm with you on that. Videos, on the other hand, like watching the videos. Got my certain creators that I really enjoy supporting. Other creators I'm not aware of because they don't come across my feed. Kind of like probably most of you people, you're seeing this going, who to what are you? Well, I'm a musician. I'm a mechanic. I build race bikes, quads, trikes, mainly for motocross purposes. Lots of custom work, music, recording, gear reviews, all that kind of stuff. I do all that too. Also breed fish, all kinds of stuff that I do. The gaming is like the relaxing part of the day. Kind of kick back if people got mechanical questions, music questions, fish questions, all kinds of different questions. All they got to do is ask. It's really simple. We get conversations going. I just posted a video on the bike page. Somebody popped in from California. We diagnosed an ATC 70 overstream. Yes, I cut the game back so that we could actually Google some stuff and I can show the guy the information. But that's why I'm streaming, so that I can help people. Maybe entertain some people, maybe show them some gameplay. They can watch some gameplay. Hell, come join in the gameplay. Help me run through dungeons. The more the merrier. Everybody's welcome. We've got Discord. We've got all kinds of different links down in the description. Check it out. As you see, I've got Team 1's health bar up, and you can really see the difference on how inactive the healer is. Everybody else is casting. Everybody else is doing their thing. Healer is, well, I haven't seen. Oh, there's a cast. Wow. Yeah. So there is that. You watch Team 2, health bar, barely ever goes down to even 3/4 or half. I mean, boss has got to hit me hard to get my health to go down at all because Team 2 healer is on point. I don't play Dark Knight the best. I'm not really 100% sure on the rotation. I'm not a Dark Knight main. At the same time, Dark Knight, Paladin, Warrior, and Gunbreaker all have a massive amount of achievements attached to them. One achievement is 900 dungeons. Now, if you do 3 a day, that's 300 days of content. That is almost a full year. That's a lot just in one job. If you don't know the job by the time you're done playing that thing for a full year, if you consistently run it, that's on you. Even I'm forced to learn a job if I play it that long. I mean, Warrior, I was stumbling over for a while, had a couple of people correct me, and I've learned the rotation. I've learned how to play the class. I've done well over 200 dungeons with that job alone. You're forced to learn it. Haven't found very many other achievements that are attached to jobs that are like that. I haven't seen any healer achievements or DPS achievements that you go through so many dungeons. There is a healer achievement for rezzing random strangers. Those are really convenient for Bazia and Animos and the mini dungeons where you will run across corpses just laying there. In-game, real world playing when you're out of the dungeons and you're just in the game jumping from zone to zone to zone, chances are you're not going to find very many corpses laying around because chances are they died and they're not waiting for anybody because people don't pass by that often. Bazia, Animos, where you actually lose experience when you die, yeah, they will be more apt to lay around for a while and ask for a res. So you can actually get your healer achievements done on those side dungeons. I understand they're complete instances and got their own thing, but we're going to call them a dungeon anyways, just because it is not your standard zone. It is a place that you go into to go have fun. Still trying to make it through Praetorium. As you can see, Team 1 is still stuck on the one boss. Team 2 has surpassed the boss, moving on towards finishing the dungeon. Yes, it's absolutely horrible. Team 2 actually finished the dungeon before Team 1 finished the boss. Never died so many times in Praetorium in my life. Now, I know there's going to be years and years of running through Praetorium in the future, so we could have a higher record. But so far, this stand, I actually left the dungeon. It's the first time I've left a dungeon because of lack of attempts at trying to do your job. Somebody else left before me. Somebody popped in. First thing they said was, "Oh, I see why the people left. And when that statement's made, yeah, it's just better to move on and try again. And like Team 2 shows, less time, you're in, you're out, you're done, you're moving on to other stuff. There is a bell notification. You might want to ring the bell notification if you've hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on new content. You don't miss out when we're live. Got all kinds of stuff going on. We have finished up the Sky Builder relics. We're working on Splendorous tools at this point. Manderville relics are still cruising right along. We've got melee DPS left. I think Samurai, Reaper, and Dragoon. And we're done with the Manderville relics. Also working on the Anima relic grind. Oh man, that grind. The last part, the dungeons that you've got to run through, I figured it would be half a dozen times. No. I'm going to count the runs when I go through with the Bard when I finish the Warrior. I've only got 2 symbols left to light up on the Warrior at this point, so his weapon's almost done. But man, it's a lot of dungeon runs. So yeah, we're going to be counting them on the Bard. I may actually go through and on one stream try and just grind out the dungeons and see how many it takes. That way there is kind of a definitive number to say how many times you've got to go through to figure it out. I'm also not quite sure, because I've been going through unsynced, that if you go through with your Grand Company team, if you get extra experience because it's a non-synced dungeon, or the levels are where they're supposed to be. They're not you going through God mode and just destroying everything. I've got the Great Googleable Library down to a 5-minute run. That's a good speed run. We're probably going to post that up for a video as a speed run through the library. Trying to see if I can get to the 4-minute mark. I'm not quite sure if I can get there, being that some of the bosses get a little tricky. And if you don't get lucky with the RNG, you get stuck. Sometimes you come in, you're prepped just right, you get a crit and double damage or whatever kind of damage you get, and the boss just dies one shot. That's how you speed the dungeon runs up. Not very common that happens. So we're finishing up showing you Team 1 again. Team 2's already done with the dungeon. Everybody left. We're off doing our own thing. Team 1, we're still trying to fight that same boss. We've already done multiple ground inspections. The healer has not said anything yet. Multiple other people have said stuff. The healer has been absolutely silent. And it's funny because right before I left the group, the healer popped off with a, "I'm sorry." Now, I left, so I don't know what happened in the rest of that group. I don't know if the group disbanded after the tank left, because, well, I was a tank, and, yep, we left. Not happy about leaving. Really not happy about leaving. It's not something that I like doing. There was a couple of points where I was trying to get certain dungeons, and I would pop in and leave, and I would take the 30-minute hit, but that is different than actually saying you're going to run through the dungeon, trying to run through the dungeon, and then just getting so defeated that it's just easier to leave. Not trying to have high stress in this gameplay, try and have a relaxing time. Really appreciate you guys listening to me blabber on. Like I said, description down below has Discord and all kinds of stuff you want to hang out. We can do voice over IP chats. We can run through dungeons and talk to each other. All kinds of different options. I appreciate everybody for the time that you put in watching this video. Hope to see you in the next one. Comments are always appreciated and welcome. What have been your experiences in some of these MSQ dungeons? Have you guys had nightmare dungeon runs? Or have you not run into that kind of stuff yet? Let me know down in the comments. We're going to be finishing off this video here. And as you can see, the health bars are just not very promising. Y'all have a great day.